After I finished my conference in Chongqing City, I managed to squeeze one day to take a high-speed train for 300 kilometers to rush to Chengdu to take a look at the park because someone told me that park is worthwhile for art research. But what is more interesting to me, indeed, is a choir that I found there, and that's truly ordinary Chinese people's life in a park, in a tea house, and singing together. So today I'm going to show you how ordinary people's choir look like and how their songs sound like. So there's no drama nor story, just a presentation of how ordinary people's life on a weekday in an ordinary park. I filmed this last week in Chengdu, Sichuan province, China. Chengdu is a relatively large city, but not as important as the cities you might know, such as Beijing or Shanghai, or Shenzhen or Guangzhou. But Chengdu has long been a political, military, economic, and cultural center in Western China. In fact, it engaged with the world quite early. In 1906, multiple churches from Anglo-Saxon countries founded an outstanding missionary university here, which has evolved into one of China's top universities today. The dentistry department established back then remains number one in China. I just made a video about this story, about this West China Union University's campus design. So please check out my old videos for this. But this park is a very ordinary park. Not many people know, and definitely no tourist would visit this park in Chengdu. So it's somehow super authentic and super local. Walking along this river park, it's really rather pleasant. In such an ordinary local park in this city, there's a choir founded by ordinary people. The end of today's video features the performance. I tried to keep the song in its most complete form. If you are interested, stay until the end to give these elderly people a like. If you are just joining me, I am Uncle Chao, an artist and writer based in Beijing, China's capital city. I document my life and work, as well as China and the world, through the eyes of an artist and a writer. I hope to share the Chinese life experienced firsthand by a Chinese intellectual living within China, things you may rarely see in most media outlets. And this park I'm visiting is also quite interesting, as it embodies the intervention and impact of ecological art on society. That's why I came to visit this park, because I want to make a dedicated research introducing this park. Living Water Park. It actually demonstrates how river water is purified through a micro ecosystem. I wanted to study it from an art research perspective because this can be categorized as ecological art, and is somehow kind of an intervention art because people using the format of kind of art to intervene the society. When I arrived at this park, it's about 11 o'clock, but then there are still many people in the tea house in this park, and a choir that's still doing their rehearsal. So I got the chance to film them, and since they have been practicing their singing in this park for long, they are used to be filmed by passers-by. I had 3 or 4 videos mentioning China's retirement age, retirement housing, and retired people's lives, covering both big cities like Beijing and poor elderly people in Guangdong province playing table tennis. And some footage I haven't had time to edit yet, so stay tuned if you want to know more about ordinary Chinese people's life, especially those retired, their lives here in China. This park is not known to tourists. There are basically no out-of-town visitors, making it very local. The lives of these retired people are typical across China's large, medium, and small cities and towns. It's common for elderly people to participate in such activities across the whole country. Even those unable to join can be audience members, volunteers, or just friends sitting next to them. Of course, in rural China, the pension system is very underdeveloped. Depending on the province, the monthly pension for farmers over 60 is generally between $30 or $100, and which is negligible even in China. A major reason is that farmers historically had no fixed salary, and China didn't have a pension system not until recent 20 or 30 years. So elderly farmers had no means or funds to pay monthly pension contributions when they were young. Well, this is an area where the Chinese government continues to work and improve. Nevertheless, rural elderly people still engage in similar cultural activities such as singing, dancing, and playing all kinds of sports. Well, come back to the park and the choir. The Chengdu retired choir filmed here are probably a lucky group. They have a gathering place in this beautiful, conveniently located park with enough members and a band. The park also has nice, homey tea houses where you can drink tea all day for half the price of a cup of Starbucks coffee. So it's rather affordable for all kinds of retired people. This choir were practicing a set of 3 songs. All are called red songs in China, reflecting the history of the Communist Party's history, establishing an army and winning the civil war in the end. For example, the last song of them is titled Chairman Mao's military strategy is truly divine, which is depicting Chairman Mao that led his communist army before the Japanese invasion into China. These songs were very popular in the 1950s and 1960s. So these retired people are singing songs from their youth. Today's young people no longer sing these songs that often, but for retired people, youth is always an unforgettable memory. They experienced hardship and witnessed the country's development. A peaceful retirement is a new reward to them. Alright, let's listen to their singing. It's 5 to 6 minutes long, but throughout the filming, I also included footage about the river, the park, the tea house, and the scenery of the park. So hopefully you would enjoy it. And we can stop anytime, but don't forget to leave a like or subscribe so that I could produce more videos like this.